Hello, my friends, and welcome to the 52 Coffees podcast. I'm Cindee Williams, your host, and I'm so glad you're here today. We are actually on location in Pagosa Springs, Colorado. We are cabining together, so welcome. Thank you for being here. Every week I have the honor of just interviewing extraordinary women who are living truly exceptional lives, who are advancing daily, achieving their dreams. And today I get to have that conversation with you one on one because you, my friend, are an exceptional, extraordinary woman. And I'm so glad that you are here. We are going to make sure that you have the best holiday season, Christmas season yet. And we're going to make sure that takes place. And I'm going to tell you how. But first, before we get into it, I want you to know that 52 Coffees podcast is sponsored by Lead My Life, which is a dynamic community and coaching platform for women who are ready to unlock the life of the dream. So whether you're looking for one-on-one coaching or you're looking for community and connection, I am here for you. Go check it out at leadmylife.com. I'd love to set up a clarity call and let's get talking. Today is September 30th. If you're watching it today, it is the last day before the big rush, right? The big rush of the holiday season. It's the big rush before October, November, December, before Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas and all the rushing around and all the busyness that it entails. And I can tell you, when the kids were little, it used to be such an exciting time to me. I really enjoyed it. But as they got older, it was like more and more and more and more things got added on to the to-do list, where I actually started to dread the holiday season. So this day, September 30, marks to me that point when I was like, oh gosh, and I started feeling nervous about what was coming up instead of excited. Do any of you feel like that or can relate to that feeling where you're wanting to have just a beautiful, wonderful holiday season, but you start to think about all the work and it starts to drag you down? So what I've done with Lead My Life is I am launching a challenge, and not a challenge for you to take on just one more thing, but a challenge for you to be intentional, a challenge for you to surround yourself with a group of women to take this season on and make it your best yet. Make this the season where you are your best self and present for everyone around you. So how do we do that? Well, I am launching the wonderfully made 90-day faith-fueled healthy life challenge. And there's some keys to that. And I think the very first key is that you need to embrace your best self during the holidays, right? So we know that the holiday season, it often brings about chaos. It brings busy schedules. It brings the big to-do list and endless, events and parties and all these things, shopping. It's easy to lose ourselves in all of it. And that's not the purpose. We lose sight of the purpose. But what if this year we made a conscious decision to be intentional, to prioritize our health, our faith, our mindset during this last part of the year? What would that look like? Would you wake up in January frazzled and going, what the heck just happened? Or would you be ready? So we can do that by, number one, just using faith as our anchor, remembering where it all began, right? Using faith as your anchor. Remembering your scriptures, just changing that mindset and that grounding yourself. And how do you ground yourself in your faith during the holidays? I do a daily check-in, a morning routine. Have something that you do consistently every single day during the holiday season so that you can check in with yourself and make sure that you're okay. Maybe you need to take a day back and just rest and relax at the house. Maybe it's an okay day for you to go out and brave them all, but check in with yourself and see how you are doing. At Lead My Life, for the 90-day challenge, we're going to be doing a Monday morning robe roll call at 7 a.m. So we can check in with each other. We can hear a weekly message, a short one, and then just get going on our week, setting the expectation for the week. I want to encourage you to apply grace over perfection. And maybe I'm just speaking to myself, but for me, it's always been so important for the table to be perfectly set and all the bows perfectly tied and everything had to be just so. But when I get that way, I also miss out on the relationships because I get too busy worrying about the outside and how things look. And I'm not spending time building and nurturing the important relationships in my life. Does that make sense to you? Does that sound familiar? So grace over perfection, right? Nobody's going to care in the long run what that gift was wrapped like. They want you. They want all of you. They want your best self. So this holiday season, be intentional about your well-being. Start by leading yourself first so you can give your best to others, right? Okay. Number 2, put off the excess, the time, the food, the spending, put it off. The holidays can be a season of excess. We eat too much, we spend too much, we run around too much, right? It's all this too much-itis, and it's excess. It's not necessary. Why are we doing that? In fact, the last couple of days, I've been thinking a lot about excess versus abundance. And excess is just it's this accumulation beyond what's necessary. And I really think that excess comes from a scarcity mindset. It's like we want to take it all in because we're scared that if we don't, it's not going to exist or we're not going to have enough. Or they're not going to like us if we don't attend to all the parties. It's excess. It's overaccumulation, overindulgence. And if we are going to have our best life, not just the holiday season, but our best life moving forward, we need to get rid of the excess and live in abundance. Abundance is this place that I believe comes from gratitude. It's this place of knowing that there's always enough. It comes from an attitude of being willing to share because it doesn't all belong to you, right? There's enough for everybody. And it's such a different place. It's being content with what we have, but striving for more, right? Being excited about new goals and new things, but a place of abundance. So I caution you about the excess this holiday season and think about that excess versus abundance. Key points for that, how we can get rid of the excess, time management, how to use faith-based time management strategies to focus on what is essential. What does that even mean, right? What's a faith-based time management strategy? I would say, you know what? God is the giver of our time. And especially during the holiday season, I like to think of time not as that time on the clock, but more like space. I want to have the space and time to have a lingering conversation, to not worry about having to get back to something. I want to spend this last 3 months of the year building and nurturing relationships. So it's time management. I think just knowing that my Father owns time. And that he's going to put, if I trust him, he's going to put on my plate exactly what I need to do. I don't need to add it. I don't need to take on extras. I just need to take exactly what he has for me in the day. Commit my plans to the Lord and he will establish my steps. That's all I need to be concerned about. Don't be worried. Don't be in strife. Just move forward into the day. Get rid of the excess. To learn, the key point here is to learn to navigate the excess with faith as your guide. Be intentional with your time. Enjoy and enjoy food mindfully and give from the heart, not the wallet. I like that, enjoying the food mindfully, because I think that's part of the excess that comes from the holiday season, is that we eat more and we consume more than we should. It's okay to enjoy a holiday treat, right? But not to keep them coming, not to go home so stuffed that you don't even know what to do with yourself, right? Be mindful about it. Be mindful of your intake. Be mindful of the money that you spent. Be mindful of the presents that you're buying. Okay, number 3, starting 2025 empowered and ready to go. So as the holidays wind down, as Christmas winds down, as New Year's winds down, we tend to focus now on starting fresh in the new year. But what if we prepared now for that? What if we started in October? What if we started relaxing and resting, reflecting, resetting, and renewing now, so that when we started 2025, we are ready to go? We are set. We've been rested. We're fulfilled through the relationships that we've had during the holiday season, and we are ready. Let's talk about how to step into 2025 feeling empowered, purposeful, and faith-fueled. Number 1, how about setting faith-based goals that can transform both your body and your mind? Ed Milet says that faith fuels action. So wherever our faith is, wherever our belief is, if we are believing that we are wonderfully made, are we taking action on that? Are we treating ourselves as if we are wonderfully made? What are we doing with this body, mind, and soul that God gifted us with? It's a gift. We have a giver. What are we doing with that gift? Are we being mindful with it? Number 2, I like to think of our health. And when I talk about health, it's body, mind, and soul. I like to think of it as an infinite game. In fact, Simon Sinek wrote a book called The Infinite Game. And it's that health, it isn't, okay, I lost 25 pounds and that's it. Or I went to the gym for 2 months, I got my rad body and I'm done. No, health is an infinite game. How can you be working continuously on developing a healthy lifestyle? These are all things that will empower us moving into 2025. And maybe just seeing it as just an extension of your lifestyle. Sometimes I think we get so wrapped up in having those goals and those New Year's resolutions, and no, seeing it as wanting to change day by day, grow day by day, being intentional with our lives so that you can have this life of your dreams. What about consistency over resolutions? You know, we make these resolutions, and a lot of times they're so grand and they're way beyond what we would be able to accomplish. But if we just took simple, consistent actions every single day, the things that we could accomplish are immeasurable. Focus on building small, consistent habits now, like the morning routine. Start building that now. Instead of in January, why wait? If you know you need to do it now, why wait? If you can build consistent habits during the holiday season, a challenging time, my sister, you are ready to go. You can do it during any time. So don't wait until January 1st. Start now. I want you to embrace this wonderfully made 90-day challenge, faith-fueled, healthy life, right? Challenge for you in a community of supportive women. We're actually going to be doing a launching call on October 10th at 12 Pacific Standard Time. Just a rally call to answer questions. If you want to do a clarity call with me, feel free to book a clarity call. But I'd love to see you take the challenge and to make this your best holiday season yet. So just to recap, you are going to embrace your best self. You're going to put off the excess, and you are going to start 2025 empowered and ready to go. Does that sound good? I think that sounds amazing. I want you to go sign up for the Wonderfully Made 90-Day Challenge, faith-fueled, healthy lifestyle challenge, as a way to stay connected, stay balanced, and empowered throughout the holiday season. I want to be there right alongside you to help you to be intentional and to go and live your best life. Does it sound good? Thank you, my friends. If you've enjoyed this podcast, make sure that you subscribe. Love to see it come into your inbox. And I will see you next week for more on living your best life. Take care. Bye.